Good afternoon, A class. It's your Uncle William here for the last time to do Unit 12, our last unit. So today we're going to talk about women and men. And we're going to talk about articles, a, the, and the zero article, which means nothing, and adjectives of personality. Let's take a look at these pictures here. You see this baby on the back of a man, and you see a woman in between two men. What do you think is going on here? Okay, we're going to find out now. Let's listen to the conversation on the next page, page 76. And the conversation between Helen and Todd.
Unit 12, page 76, conversation.
I got a raise today, but I still earn less than all the men in my department. It's not fair.
Well, why don't you ask the boss for more money?
I did, but all he said was, "That's just the way it is." We can't manage on my salary these days. I think you might have to get a job.
I thought we agreed one of us would take care of the kids. You're the career woman, I'm the house husband, remember?
Yes, I know. All this stuff about roles makes me mad, that's all.
Tell me about it. My friends all laugh at me for being a house husband. They all think men should work and women should stay home.
Well, they're just being narrow-minded.
And when I have coffee with Sharon and Charlotte, they expect me to pay the bill because I'm a man.
That's not fair either.
I know. Anyway, I've made you a great meal. Let's eat.
Oh, I'm not hungry, thanks. I already had dinner.
But I spent all afternoon making this. Why didn't you tell me?
Okay, so that's what the pictures were. We have the stay-at-home man and the working woman. It's kind of different from the traditional roles. Don't you agree? But that's how some couples do it. And if we look a little closer here, we can see some articles. This A here, and the men, a raise, the boss, the way. Okay, so these are called articles, these words. So let's take a look at the grammar box and learn more about articles.
Unit 12, page 76, language box.
I got a raise. I've made you a great meal. She's the career woman. They expect me to pay the bill. They think men should work. I already had dinner.
Okay, so you can see some words, raise and great. These words have a or an, okay? A raise, a great meal. And then some objects like career woman and bill, they have the. And some, like man and dinner, have nothing. So how do we know which one to use? Let's go to grammar reference, page 113. First we have a or an. The difference between these is the word that comes after the word. See, a movie and an apple. How do you know when to use a or how to use an? Well, that's very easy because we use a before consonants and an before vowels. Let me write down the vowels here. Well, that's okay. A vowel is a word. A vowel is a letter that A, E, I, O, and U. So if the word after the article starts with an A, or E, or I, O, or U, we use an. Any other letter, we use A. Okay? So we can use A or an for jobs. She's an architect. Descriptions, it's a warm, sunny day. Classifications, the movie was a Western. Okay? And the we used for more specific singular or plural nouns, especially when we know exactly what we're talking about. For example, the movie was great. That specific movie. Okay, not any movie, but the movie we watched. The movie was great. Okay, and where's the pen? Not just any pen, but the one I lent you. So we use the. We also use the when there's only one. The Pacific Ocean, the sun. Certain public buildings, the movie theater, the airport, musical instruments. I can play the guitar and the trumpet, or in this case, the piano and the violin. And groups of people, the Spanish, the Koreans, the Americans, the French, the Chinese, the Japanese. Okay? And finally, we have no article we use for general statements. I love cats, not I love the cats or I love a cat. I love cats. Karen has gone to school. I like soccer, sports, institutions, meals. What did you have for breakfast? I had eggs, bacon, and potatoes. What did you have for dinner? I had chicken and rice. School subjects. I can't stand science. I can't stand math. Some of you can't stand English. But since you're the A students, you're very good at English. So you must love English, right? And most countries, I live in Tokyo, she works in France. If the country ends with an S, we use the. For example, I live in the United States. She's from the Philippines. But if there's no S, we can just use zero. She is from Korea, not the Korea, just Korea. Alright, so complete these sentences with the correct article. Go ahead, stop your video and do that. Okay? Alright. A good show. The book. A police officer. Police officer is a job. So we use the or a. The bus station. General statement. I like baseball. What do you like, cats or dogs? General statement. The Atlantic. There's only one Atlantic, so the. Italian food. History. Subject. Gone to work. General statement. A terrible headache. The watch. Not any watch, but the watch I gave him. Okay. And finally, correct the mistakes. These sentences have a mistake. Cross it out and change it. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, there's 12. Okay. So I'll just do a few. What time did you have dinner? Remember meal? No article. Have dinner. I used to live in United States. Remember? S is at the end. The United States. I think the woman. General statement. No article. How did you get to school? That was a great movie. Okay. That was a great movie. That one. Okay. Did you have a bag? The bag. Not any bag, but the bag I gave you. Instrument? The. Job? And. Remember? If it starts with a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, we use an. By bus, general statement. For lunch, a very kind. Okay. And okay, let's go back to vocabulary. We have a lot of great words here. If you're a writer, you can use these words. Write a great story. Adventurous, ambitious, assertive. Which one of these adjectives are normally used for men, traditionally? In history, what do people consider the ideal man? Strong, adventurous, ambitious, confident, right? Basically, your Uncle William, everything your Uncle William is. Just kidding, but mostly. And what about people, which adjectives do people usually use for women? Sensitive, emotional, caring. Okay, that's the ideal woman, right? Compassionate. So what do you think? Do you think a woman should be like that? Or a man should be strong and adventurous? And how about you? What do you think you are? Is it like that? So you can talk to your partner about that. And discuss. Let's move on. Before you listen, complete the conversation using a or the where necessary. So try to do that first. Okay, let's listen. Oh.
If a man and a woman are walking toward a door, who do you expect to open it? The man or the woman?
Let's try
I'd
that
expect
again.
the man to open it.
Let's try that again.
Unit 12, page 77, Real Life Exchange.
If a man and a woman are walking toward a door, who do you expect to open it? The man or the woman?
I'd expect the man to open it, I guess.
See? You think women aren't as strong as men.
No, that's not what I think at all. I just think it's polite to open doors for women.
Well, would you give up your seat to a woman if the bus you were on was full, for example?
If the woman was old, yes. I'd do the same for a man, too.
Okay. So those are the articles. Okay. Agreeing, disagreeing, and correcting. Which one of these are agreeing with someone? Which one is disagreeing? And which ones are we correcting? Okay, basically we're teaching them the right thing. That's correcting. Okay, so write your answers. Okay, let's listen.
Unit 12, page 77, strategy.
1. I couldn't agree more. 2. I completely disagree. 3. I don't think you understood me. 4. Absolutely, I agree. 5. I can't believe you think that. 6. That's not what I meant. 7. You misunderstood me. 8. You're totally wrong about that.
Okay, so you get those answers. You see these two there, you're correcting someone. That's not what I meant. You misunderstood me. Okay, sometimes you need to correct some people. If they understood you wrong, you need to tell them right. I have to do that a lot. Okay, when you get older, you'll do that a lot. Okay, word stress. Let's listen to these words. Notice how the main stress is different for each group of words.
Unit 12, page 123, pronunciation.
Sensitive. Talkative. Confident. Ambitious. Assertive. Decisive. Emotional. Considerate. Adventurous.
Okay, so notice this first row of words, we stress the very first syllable, sensitive, talkative, confident. And this row, we stress the second syllable, ambitious, assertive, decisive. And finally, the last row, we stress the second syllable in the 4-syllable word. Okay, these are all 4 syllables. Emotional, considerate, adventurous. Okay, so practice those a few times, and I'll leave you there for today. We have our big final test next week, and that's going to be it for the semester. So stay warm out there, stay safe, and I will see you next week for the final test. Uncle William signing off.